Well, I've hinted at it for quite a few weeks on Instagram, but I am excited to announce and reveal my 2018 911 GTS. I ended up flying to JFK and driving this home just like I did the GT4, albeit a quicker trip. So let me take you on this adventure and then I'll talk about the car.
Our boarding group A, B, C, and D for flight number 717, which is to JFK, out of gate number 17.
I had never flown into JFK before, so I ended up getting a little confused, but after a little back and forth, I found an Uber, got taken to the dealership, signed some paperwork, got the keys, and I was able to see my car for the first time, and let me tell you, it looked amazing. Right off, you'll notice that it is just an understated color, and I absolutely love it. So now is the time to grab the keys and head back to Boston. It was a quick ride, but a fun ride. You've seen the journey to getting this, but now let's actually enjoy it. And I'm just gonna let you hear the engine. The exhaust is definitely different than the GT4 was, if you remember that, or if you've driven an NA V8, V6. This is a flat six. It is not a NA. It is twin turbo. It hits like a twin turbo. There's very little lag. Modern hardware does that, but this thing is tons of fun. So let's have a couple clips, and then I will kind of take you guys home and go over the way it was spec'd out. Like I said, this is a 2018, so obviously I didn't build this, but it's it's pretty well spec'd. I mean, it doesn't have a ton of features, but I think it has the right ones, minus one in particular, but you can't have everything. So anyways, let me shut up and you enjoy. Believe it or not, that's actually only Sport exhaust. This is Sport Plus. So like I said, I've had V8 cars. I had the E92 M3 for those who have followed my channel for quite a while, and it was loud and visceral, but it wasn't fast. I've progressively gotten faster with my cars, and subsequently they've gotten quieter in a way, but damn did Porsche make this thing right. I mean, just, oh my god, it just sounds so good for a twin turbo. Like, what the hell? Downshift rev match with no hands. This is not safe. Kids, don't do this at home, and if my family's watching, I'm sorry. All right, well, here it is in person, as you can see. So right off on the exterior, everything is pretty standard GTS, or rather 911. So this model is the 991.2, and one of the biggest things about the GTS is that it gets the rear section is wider, gives it a little bit more aggressive stance. The owner ended up speccing out the center lock wheels, which should make it fun for some oil changes. It has regular steel brakes, so no PCCBs on this one, just like the GT4. Maybe one day I'll own one that has it. But anyways, moving around. Go ahead and open the car. It has the 18-way sport seats, so no buckets this time around. And I already found that the bolstering is not quite as good as the buckets, but I will say the comfort level and being able to just kind of plop in. So interior wise, it's going to be pretty similar to the GT4, although they opted for primarily leather, with some interesting exceptions actually. There's Alcantara on the doors and handles, And then if I go ahead and hold the camera here, they have it on the center console as well. So not really sure why, but hey, like I said, I didn't buy it new, so I don't get to pick those things. They did opt for the exterior GT silver paint matched trim pieces, and then of course around the shifter and controls here. Control wise, this does come with a sunroof, moonroof, not sure which one you want to call it. And then of course it has the PSE, so the Porsche Sport Exhaust. Of all of these options, I would say definitely get this. It just makes it sound so much better. One thing they did not opt is the front lift, which I got to admit, I really wish they had. Let me go ahead and jump into the driver's side and I'll go over some more of the details. All right, so here we are on the driver's side. So when you have the 7-speed manual, which I absolutely wanted to have a manual transmission, you do not get launch control. You end up getting normal drive mode, sport, sport plus, and then over here is individual. So this is just your selector and it will change up on the display there. The one that I tend to drive in the most is sport. Gives you the burbles, which is nice. If you don't like the burbles, but you want the exhaust, you can put it in sport plus. But then of course on the center, you can of course manipulate, your exhaust, your suspension. So the only other thing really to note on this build specifically that I did not have in the GT4 is the sport chrono. Some people say it's a gimmick. I actually really prefer it. I think that it's kind of neat and functional. I actually utilize it. And then I have the 7-inch touchscreen with the updated PCM. So I actually have CarPlay via a wire. Unfortunately, it's not wireless. That is not a wireless charging either. That just is a picture of where a smartphone goes. And let's see if there's anything else. Yeah, one other thing that's kind of neat is it has Porsche Arrive and Drive. And what that means is that I basically just have the key in my pocket and then this is the key. But what's neat is you can actually remove this and you could use the standard, left side key if you really wanted to. Like I said, they didn't really go crazy on the build sheet with this. It does have the Bose sound system. It does have, of course, memory seats, which also means the steering wheel and your seating position on the different keys, it actually remembers, which is nice. But aside from that, got a moonroof, which I guess is kind of cool. One thing about that moonroof I will show you. Let me get out of the car. Unless you really, really look close, like if I go like this, you can kind of see it. The way that it has this piano black roof right here, you cannot see that there's a sunroof unless it's in absolute direct sunlight, which we happen to be right now because it's noon. I just think that's kind of neat. I don't like cars that you can see that it has a moonroof. I don't know, it's an aesthetic. And then, of course, we've got the red seat belts that match the calipers. The purpose of this was not to buy a flashy car, rather. It was to have a fun driver's car that I can, one thing I did forget to mention is if I hadn't popped these here, I got car seats. So, me and the kids, I'm able to take the twins because they're now in backless boosters with a regular seat belt. So I'm able to take them to school and that's actually quite fun. So yeah, this is the new car. Probably have it for a while. You never know with me. I'm always moving things around. But I'm super excited to be back in Porsche. I'm done with vehicles that don't fit my lifestyle and don't fit the things that I want to do. If you like Porsche content, and that's probably how you found me originally, I am back in a Porsche. So as always, I appreciate you guys checking out these videos. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.